Alright, everybody, welcome back to I Say Cousin. Today we're continuing the shore. This incredible little game where we walk around and discover eldritch horrors. As you can see right there, we have the monument walking around. I feel like that's the monument in Dagon. Oh, hello. Nothing happened. Oh, that's mine again. Yeah.
As a young boy, I remember my father talking about this island. He described it in a way that would scare the listener. He spoke of black butterflies, corpse candles, and broken compasses. Day 5. There was a man aboard named Alan who went missing after we shipwrecked. One night, we found him walking alone across the beach. As we approached him, to our surprise, we saw that he had this fixed expression on his face, as if he had seen something horrifying. His hands and arms were paralyzed in a position like if he was protecting himself from something. We tried to ask him questions, but he didn't reply. Now he's sitting by the shore, singing songs to the rocks about reflections in the sea. I wonder what he saw.
Music's pretty good. It really does give you that sort of somber, bleak feeling. Until we hear that.
This island feels like it's maintained, untouched by time. The wind and the waves pause for a minute to rest. A calm before the storm. I'm sending this message as a cry for help. May the waves of the sea be kind. Apollon and I are castaways, trying to find where this island is on the map. This doesn't make any sense. The sun is setting in the east, and the fog won't allow us to see through the scope that far. The odds are against us. There's something strange about Apollon. He keeps going on about how he's reliving this moment. I noticed how much he scratches the back of his head. It's gotten to the point where his hair is beginning to fall out. If you are reading this, we need your help.
I don't think help came.
Describe what I have witnessed today. That old fool Alex suddenly went insane. He started stuffing his mouth with rocks. He kept doing so until his cheeks were completely torn. We had to tie him down. If you're reading this, send help. There's definitely something wrong with this guy.
And that was on day 18. This place almost kind of feels like it's trapped within its own little dimension, right? Because if they were sending out these notes, or these bottles, and they only came back...
The small whale. I recognize this boat. It was made by an artist to represent our greatest catch. How did it end up here? This was meant to be completed by the end of December. It's still September.
Interesting. Yeah, it's like its own little world, right? Maybe they threw the bottles out and they went around the entire circumference. Only to end up back on the shore.
Despite his fear about the island, he would often come here fishing some very colorful fish. I remember finding myself quite disturbed as I watched him stuff his mouth with their raw meat. It's happening. Every man for himself. They all started losing their minds, like what happened to Thanos. He ate his own fingers and cut his eyelids. He was screaming something about being ready to receive the gift of the Watcher. I've lost track of time. I don't know what the date is anymore, nor the hour. The sun isn't moving. Why is the sun not moving? If you're reading this, then I hope you end up here too.
That's mean. I don't know what this is going to do. It's going to give me a vision of a certain messenger. Let's have a look through here first. There it is. When I played it before, I don't remember these cutscenes. So that's a nice touch. Maybe I just didn't get close enough. But awesome. But hey, look, it's the color out of space. So, color out of space. That one I actually really enjoyed. For the most part, I find it difficult to get into Lovecraft's works. For various reasons. Maybe my attention span isn't that great. But the color out of space was actually something that I really enjoyed. And then to see, you know, movies like Annihilation and the most recent color out of space, I thought they were pretty good. Well, Annihilation not being like, you know, a direct adaptation. Actually, the first time I watched Annihilation, I didn't really like it that much. Thought it was kind of eh. But then, the more I watched it, the more fascinated I became, as any, you know, cultist in a cosmic horror, Lovecraftian horror tends to be. Which I think speaks to the genre itself a bit more. Because you'll find that if you enjoy it for what it is, any cosmic horror really, if you enjoy it, you'll try and seek out more and understand more, and you you need to find that next one, that next hit, and on it goes until you fall insane and can't think properly and your mind falls to pieces under the weight of unbearable knowledge. But anyway, I enjoy watching Annihilation now. But the latest Color Out of Space I actually really enjoyed too. I haven't seen any of the other adaptations out there. Yes.
This place feels like it was always a part of me. As if it has taken a hold of me and won't let go. Another foot in the sand, but this time sink deeper beneath the shore.
Yeah, just a bunch of shipwrecks, hey? We'll go over there later. Have a look over here first. Anyway, the new Color Out of Space, I don't really know how to describe it really. I just enjoyed it a lot. But then I'm someone who enjoys stories, no matter the medium. So it's rare that I won't like something. Unless it's like just awful.
Day 30. Elliot is trying to put together the broken parts on a boat we found. If he manages to build it, then we might have a chance of escaping this place. We have to try at least. There's only 3 of us left now in our crew. We can't afford to waste any more time here. As if time exists in this place. I think I'm starting to lose my mind. I can hear my breath after a screeching sound pierces my ears. If you are reading this, then don't look for us.
So it's this kind of world building that I really enjoy. Like anything can happen in a cosmic horror. But it's really hard to get that message across. Because a lot of the time, us humans are only, or for the most part, we will envision things based off our experiences and knowledge and like the shapes that we know and the numbers, the colors and all that. Which is why I think the Color Out of Space is really interesting, because it's a color that can't be described, right? But let's see if I can read this. Oh, it's gone. Oh. I have a couple of collections. Which one was it? This one? The contents of this are concerning. He writes about being stalked by a being so complex he cannot even describe it without sounding like a lunatic. It is clear the writer was in deep psychosis. After such a long time stranded, the stress caused by the struggle to survive can break any man. I'm not sure he made it out of here, and if he did, he no longer is the same. So unfortunately, my recording cut out again. Now, I've discovered 2 more items. There's the boat. Simple toy made of wood. I made this for Ellie a long time ago. Finding it like this is a very foreboding omen. I'm losing faith, but I must continue looking for her. And a picture of the dog. Pretty cool. And here's the other note. I do not know how to interpret this. The monster described here is horrifying, but I have no reason to believe it is real. At the end of the note, it says he would try to photograph the beast, and for some reason, I'm opposed to the idea. Even though I doubt its existence, I don't want to see it manifest into our reality. And I think that is quite fair. But to get back to what I was saying before, with the, our minds as humans, filling in blanks with familiarity. And I think you'll find that a lot of cosmic horror works sort of run off that idea that we try to familiarize the unfamiliar, and it, in some cases, is impossible and just breaks the sanity of whoever beholds the object, the entity, whatever it is. I think a good example of the unfamiliarity in something could be seen with, the color out of space, the color that can't be described, but also the geometry or an architecture of Rillier. That's how you pronounce it? I don't know. In that it is so unfamiliar to what we know that we just can't describe it. I mean, look at the landscape around us, and that's normal, right? That's what we know. That's how rocks look. That's the further away it goes, they look smaller. But really, isn't like that. And I find that fascinating. And that's what I look for in cosmic horror. Is that kind of strangeness and unfamiliarity where my mind has to actually work to picture something that I've never seen before. Wouldn't know how it looks. And I believe there are places out there in the universe that are like that. Because I think it's pretty arrogant of us as a human species, really, to think that we know all the rules and laws of physics and all that. I believe that there are places out there in the universe, in its infinite vastness, that we just would not be able to understand.
It's not my fault. A person has already died here. Jay spoke about a shadow whispering between the rocks. We can't stay on this island anymore. We have to leave now.
I think it's already too late. Anyway, this is where the part splits off, so I think I'm going to come back in the next video and have a bit of a look around. Anyway, this has been I Say Cosm. Stay tuned for more Cosmic Horror video games. Thanks for watching.